All right, are you ready to start another lesson today?
Yeah.
All right, what's one thing that you are struggling with the most right now?
Buzz rolls, probably.
Buzz rolls?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the main thing is just to keep your hands nice, loose, and relaxed. I want you to try that exercise that we've been doing in class, the whole letting it bounce as much as you can. Go ahead and try that, and just use your index and your thumb. And go ahead and try and find a fixated point on here that you can keep it. Yeah, there you go.
It bounces to a second. Oh.
Mm-hmm. And go ahead and try with your other hand now. Alright. Now go ahead and just go back and forth. Alright, and go ahead and start loosely add the other fingers around it. Alright. And do you remember how we do double strokes and how it's just 2 bounces?
Yeah. I have a hard time isolating the two. I get 3 or I get 1.
Okay. Well, what I was going to say is it's kind of like a double stroke, and how you just keep it loose, and as you feel the stroke go, it just naturally comes out. So a buzz roll is just, it has more of a buzz to it. And you don't want it forced, but at the same time you don't want it extremely loose, it's going to go all over the place. You got to find a medium. And if you can, or you should, this is the only time you allow arm into it, because it gives you that. There you go. That's better. That's already improved from what I've seen in class. Yeah, so go ahead and just... make sure you watch your thumbs. I noticed that, especially with this thumb, you have it on top, like you would a marimba, but we're not holding a marimba, so just make sure that it's on the side. I'm just going to watch you. I noticed that with this, keep on going, with the left hand, you're using a lot more wrist action than the right hand. Mm-hmm. Put a little more arm, use a little more arm.
Do you think I should raise it up more, or?
Not necessarily. There you go. That's already...
That's the hand that I lose.
Do you want to try? Here, yeah. Let's go ahead and we'll give you a little more space.
That might be better.
Alright.
Back. Oh yeah.
Nice and loose. Are you it's almost like you're almost afraid to hit it. You're kind of just you're dabbing.
Mm-hmm. So I hit it harder?
Yeah, I would just no. You're what I mean is you're dabbing, you're just it's like you're dabbing. It's like you're dabbing to reach.
Ah, okay.
So don't be so forceful as to sending it downward, but just let it. It's like a bouncy ball. Imagine you're throwing a bouncy ball and you're just letting it bounce.
Okay.
Your left hand is actually doing a lot better than your right hand right now. There you go. Oh, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't go back to old habits. Okay.
I started thinking.
Yeah, just see how I'm doing it. You just gotta keep it nice and... There you go. And something that I tend to do while I'm doing this is thinking in my head 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. There you go. Alright. Now we're going to head to, what is the other thing that you're having a hard time with right now? Double strokes? Flams?
I think flams probably.
Flams?
Yeah, they're not very even.
Alright. Something that I always think about when I'm doing flams, do you know the whole, like, it was from a cartoon show that I watched, like, they showed the whole, like, the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
They show this guy who, he holds up these two balls. One is higher than the other is lower. And so it's like this at the top of the tower. And he's just like, by the bottom, they should be able to hit because of how gravity works. And so he just drops them at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's hoping that if they drop at the same time, that they'll land at the same time. I think of that when I'm doing a flam. It's like you have the one ball, which is at the top, and then you have the bottom ball, which is, I would probably have closer. There you go. So you're going to have that. You let them drop at the same time. Yeah. So what I'm just going to let them drop. For now, I'm just going to let them drop.
Okay.
Go ahead and just, yeah. There you go. And now we're going to add in the bringing back up.
Okay.
So keep on going by yourself. Alright. That's good. And now, since we got that going, one thing that we could definitely work on is not using our arms.
Mm-hmm.
Use our wrists. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Because something that I like to think about is when we're told not to move our arms, our wrists only, I think of it as our arms are glued to our sides. Like they are glued there. They cannot move, except they're not completely stuck to our sides, but they're next to our sides, but they're metaphorically stuck to our sides like glue.
Okay. Makes sense.
Can't use those words in high school. They won't understand. But it's just like imagining your arms are stuck to your sides. They cannot move. The only things that you're allowed to move are your wrists. And that's how you make the sticks move.
That makes sense. Yeah. As I move my arm. Wonderful. Okay.
Yep. Your arms are no longer allowed to move. That's already 10 times better. Alright.
It feels better.
Now, the last thing that I want to work on are the double strokes. Because you said you had a hard time with that?
Yeah.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to do two. Except I can't do two right now. That means my hands are too loose. Don't do that. Alright. Alright, go ahead and switch hands. Good. Alright, and now we're going to slowly go back and forth between the left and the right hand, or whichever dominant one goes first.
Okay.
So. And go ahead and speed it up at your own will. Just make sure to remember your arms are stuck to your side. They are stuck like glue. So by the time you speed it up. There you go.
I lost the train of thought.
You were doing good though. That was good. But keep in mind, as I said before, you don't want to do that. You want to just let it go like a bouncy ball. I would
Keep going.
hike them up a little more. The sticks.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Your right arm is moving. It's like Michael says, your right arm is petting the cat. Don't do that.
Okay.
No petting. And no dabbing. Be loose. Loose and limb. Go ahead and relax it. There you go.
Oh, that's 3.
It's already getting really better. Just make sure that your right arm stays loose because that's the one that's getting more tense. Do you feel yourself getting tense as you're doing it?
I don't, but I think that could be like flute because like
because you're used to like being tense holding up the flute.
Yeah.
And yeah, just keep it.
Well, not tense, but yeah, like yeah.
Yeah, you just want it almost like your hands are only there to keep the sticks from falling to the ground.
Okay.
So go ahead and actually try and raise them up higher. Yeah, like right here. Have your sticks start right here and then go down. So like
getting 3.
That's all right. You're already doing way better. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to keep on working on this, and I've seen a lot of improvement happen already. So good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.